How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Foggins, Media Corner, back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time it's going to be on the 2024 action-adventure Christmas fantasy comedy film, and that is Red One. This comes to us from director Kasdan, director of Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle and Jumanji The Next Level. And in this film, after Santa Claus, also known by his code name Red One, which is the title of this movie, who in the film is played by J.K. Simmons, is kidnapped, we follow Dwayne Johnson, who plays the North Pole's head of security named Cal, who must team up with the world's most infamous bounty hunter named Jack, played by Chris Evans, and together they go on a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to save Christmas. So that's pretty much the story of Red One. Now, when it comes to Christmas action comedy films, there are different types of those types of movies the way I feel with them. There's one side that I can consider them being fun action comedy Christmas movies filled with laughs and fun action. And there's another side to them that I can consider them being just flat out generic with very few laughs and less fun action sequences. But as for me going into this movie, I just did not know what to expect from this one that much, even though it was advertised so many times around the time when this was coming out. And I did check out this movie a couple days ago, which was on the 15th of November, and after seeing this one, unfortunately, I wouldn't consider this film being like the next new Christmas classic here, because I would have to put this one on the side of being just another flat-out generic Christmas action comedy film here. The action sequences here in this movie just felt really less focused on here, which I found myself really surprised with, because I was expecting action here, even though there is quite a few of that here, but it doesn't get like chaotic until like the last act of the movie. And the effects in this movie were really atrocious. Like there are times where it's being used in the car sequence, and even for like the back of the sleigh, which those were really bad. And even the digitized effects just really felt unconvincing for me here for the creatures that we do see in this movie. But for the makeup in this movie, I gotta say, it wasn't actually too bad. I would say the makeup was actually quite decent here. And when it comes to the comedy in this movie here, it tends to be entertaining and charming, mostly due to the interaction between Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans, which I did like here. But the rest of the comedy aspects in this movie here just felt really weak here for some of the lines of dialogue that's been played off in this movie, which I wouldn't say were like painfully unfunny for myself to view with. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I want to pull my hair out or anything. I was just like, okay, so that's been added in the movie here. And when it comes to the storytelling here for this film, I just found myself really less engaged with, and yeah, it's another basic one here where it involves rescuing Santa Claus and watching out for baddies, and while adds in a bit of morals here and there, which did make me feel just less invested and even less connected here as well. When it comes to when the movie tries to make you feel sympathetic towards Chris Evans' character, because for his character, he was a bad kid back in the day from not believing in Santa Claus, and then years later, he's kind of a scumbag of a character. And it also throws in another aspect to his character here, where he's like a deadbeat dad because he has a son and he doesn't get along with that often that much here in this film, which didn't make me feel really invested with whatsoever. And it tries to represent a message as well within this film, which I just didn't find myself really invested with here, because it is something that we've seen before in the past within these types of Christmas movies, but I just didn't find myself really invested with the overall message here with this movie here. And even the film's length here for this film just felt really unnecessary here, because it's 2 hours and 3 minutes, and I just felt it didn't need to be that long here. But as for the acting here, Dwayne Johnson, he's solid in the film, and yeah, he is fun as the main lead, as well as with Chris Evans here, and both their interactions with each other is at times charming here when it comes to some of that here within this movie. And as for everyone else in the film, which you've got Lucy Liu, Bonnie Hunt, and J.K. Simmons, who's like a buffed up Santa, which I did like him in the movie, and it's not actually the first time he's already played Santa Claus, because he's already played that character before, but in an animated film called Klaus, which is a really good animated Christmas film, and it's definitely one I'd really recommend you check out if you've never seen before. But most of the characters within this movie here just didn't make me feel really invested with them whatsoever here as well. But in the end, guys, Red One, unfortunately, this was just another generic Christmas action comedy film here. But it does have a few of its moments here and there, but it's one I wouldn't find myself ever like revisiting again in the future or anything like that. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Red One. I'm going to give Red One 2 out of 5. As I said, this was just another generic Christmas action comedy film here, but there were a few things I did find myself enjoying quite a bit here, but for everything else, it just left me saying that I don't find myself ever revisiting with this one again in the future here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on Red One, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already or if you just recently checked this out. Did you have fun with this, or was this not your popcorn treat? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Foggins Media Corner signing off.